Hi guys, Lazy Random here and welcome back to Sky Factory 2. Okay, well it's been probably a couple of weeks actually since I recorded. Obviously been away on holiday with Random. So yeah, I pre-recorded a couple of bits just so we had something to put up. Wow, that was biggie. Ooh, lots of saplings and maize balls. Let's just replant those quickly. Yeah, so I've been away. So, yeah, bit of pre-recording done. Just so there was something. Oh, you're pretty angry, aren't you? All these things keep splicing. That's great. Or splinching. I don't know. I can't remember if it's splinching, splicing, whatever. But yeah. But done a little bit of grinding today. It's the first time I've been on here since came back. So been doing a few bits around the place, getting ready for today. First thing is I've set up a little bit of a cactus farm. I want to actually, as well as using the seeds from the magical essences, like the colour seeds, I wanted to make some dyes, and I wanted specifically to make cyan for something that we are going to do later on. So I've set up the dead basic cactus farm. So yeah, literally it gets to 2 high and boom, breaks them, collects down there. So I've only literally just put that together. It's only been running about half an hour. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's not particularly pretty. It's not particularly efficient. But the whole time I'm about, that's going to keep running. So there we go. See? And that should travel through the hoppers and eventually end up in here unless it broke on itself, which, yeah, I think the way that broke, that probably hit the cactus and destroyed itself. So yeah, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's something. And something is better than nothing in my book. Let's go and stick those in there. Grab the dirt while we're here. Right, so stuff for today. Couple of things I've done in the base itself, in the actual storage area, is I've changed pretty much all of this wall into the jabber chests, and I've used any of the items there where I've got a single type of an item, obviously. Just to kind of save a little bit of floor space, because it's kind of starting to feel a little bit crowded. So everything else is still in those where we've got sort of mixed stuff. Eventually I might start sorting it out a little bit more, and I can pop another row of chests in or extend the base back of it in that direction. But yeah, for now that kind of works. I've got somewhere to store all of the loot crates, which is good because, you know, they're a pain to keep opening them and having to put stuff away, so I could just store them away, just open them as and when I need them. But yeah, all good here. Down below, hello. Let's just get rid of you. Oh, you're mad. Yeah. Perfect. Right, let's just drain our levels off, actually. There we go. So, yeah, been busy doing a bit more grinding down here. Needed to make glass again for part of the project of what we're doing. Stop it. Let me out. And, you know, I was trying to get bats previously. Oliver commented on the last video with regards to the spawning of bats. So what I've done is we are now below level 65. We're actually at level 43. And I've tried to build a dark room because, again, they need to have light level of 3 or less. This potentially could be a bit messy in the corridor, but the hope is they only need 1 high to spawn. I've made it kind of 1 around the edges and 1.5 there, but our lightest point is light level of 1, which is that block there. Everything else is 0. So hopefully if we AFK down here, we might actually get some bats, which we need for getting the wool of bat. I mean, granted, yes, I'm going to have to kind of knock some of the floor out to get the drops. But this just stops anything else nasty spawning. Okay, might get a spider or two, but hey. Might get something in the corridor. But again, we're going to hear it before we see it, so we can just be prepared for that anyway. What I might do is maybe eventually, if we go down a level, pop down to here, is what I might do is maybe try and make some kind of piston floor where I can flick a switch and sort of put some ugly redstone torches, I guess, underneath the pistons, but hit that, make a circuit, get the torches to light up, pop the floor down sort of in the middle area so I can get in, grab the drops. But yeah, I mean that involves redstone, and we all know how competent I am with that, don't we? Okay, so today was actually going to be a bit of a buildy episode more than anything. I've set up a few blocks here that are done with Chisel, and some of them have got textures in the texture pack I have, others don't, so they're a bit of a mishmash. The bottom row, so these ones here, they're all stone, and the top row are all cobble. This one is particularly special, I think. This is the French cobblestone tiles. Not convinced I really want a face all over my floor. That would just be kind of creepy. But yeah, so not convinced by that one. But what I'm looking to do is to actually enclose this area and actually turn it into a building, like a room, as opposed to having it all as like a platform, because it's still pretty platformy, this. And I want to kind of start moving away from that and try and actually put something together that is a bit more of a permanent building. So gone will be the fences, and that will be replaced with walls. I lived with this floor for a couple of weeks, and I will be perfectly honest with you, I hate it. It's just too bright. You know, it's nice to have the colour, but it really just looks like a giant Battenberg cake, and it actually makes me feel a bit sick walking on it. So I did say at the time it was probably going to be a temporary thing, so I need to think about placing some new flooring down. I was kind of thinking about that for the flooring. That's the disordered stone blocks, and I quite like the effect of that. Probably break that up with something else as well, so I don't know, maybe something plain. So we could probably use these, which is like the what's this one called? Multi-brick, so fancy, so stone road, I guess. Or we could use the fancy polished stone brick, or we could even just use stone bricks, that texture, just to kind of break that up a bit, so something a bit plainer. Or we could go with that cobblestone with panel, just for something a bit different. What's that one? Cobblestone tiles. Yes, that's just basically a tile. Wall-wise, I was kind of thinking of this, and I'm thinking of that, and if I can, to dye that to cyan. To me, that kind of looks a bit like dragon scales, and I kind of like the idea of having dragon scale walls. So I'm kind of thinking I'm probably going to go with that. So why don't we pop back up to the top and see if we can make at least a stack of that. I have got some stone. Got 2, 3. So we need some for the floor. Where is my chisel? My chisel is in my tools, which is there. I've got a whole bunch of wood. Let's put some charcoal on while we're here. Not with you in here. Put that there. Put those there. We'll just grab you, and you can just go straight into there. Clear the inventory out of stuff and put it away later. Right, so chisel. This is chisel 2. So I can whack in my cubes like that. See, they look really good, the textures actually on here, but like I said, when they get down and we actually lift them, place them, they do look a bit odd. But this is the one that I actually want, so let's get a stack of those and let's see if we are able to dye them. This will be the test. So put you there, you around the edge. That not work? No, can't dye them. And I think if I put it back into Chisel, oh, that's really disappointing. That would have been very cool to do. Let's have a quick flick through here. See, oh, this is nice. The emerald stuff. And I always quite liked this diamonds in obsidian thing that you could do, because that kind of looks a bit like stars, so that looks quite cool. But that is a shame. They don't look like, don't check out my English, it doesn't even look like, you see that as well. Get out of it. Oh, no, we don't want to be doing that, do we? Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Back we go. Come on. That's better. Yeah, so we've got the iron moons and purple obsidian. So that, you see, that looks quite cool. So that is something you need to do with blocks of iron. So that is going to take a lot of time. But yeah, that's a shame. I was really, really hoping I could dye stuff. Yeah. Sad face panda. Oh well. So maybe I won't be doing that then. Now I wonder, can I dye the stone first? If I can dye the stone first, then I can change that back. This is something I probably should have looked at first of all, wasn't it, really? Nope. You gonna let me do it? No. But stone to chisel. So you see, you can't change the colour of anything. Aww. Damn it. Mind you, it could still look quite cool. So maybe we shall put it up and see anyway, and see what this looks like. We'll start taking some of this fence down. So maybe what we could do is have a different block kind of round the floor edging. Oh! I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of cool. So I could just like lay it all out. I can't remember what was there now. That one. There we go. Yeah. That's cool. Again, can't remember what I had there now. Ooh. Is it that? I think it was that. So that it does actually mean that I could do that. Could lay stuff out. Let's put the put these into Chisel. And let's find, what one was it that we kind of liked? That's stone bricks. I think we kind of want something lighter. So I reckon, let's go with that. Put those there. And we can start putting this down. What do you think? I kind of like that. And again, we can take it, I don't know, what, 4 high? Right, you're going to be one of those anyway, so... Where's the highest point we can go? It's going to be level with that, isn't it? So then, that'll be here. What do we think to that? Joe, I quite like that. That is very different indeed. I've got to kind of carefully break this, so let's maybe put that there, because we're going to have to break it and then bolt it back in again very quickly for the water. There we go. Again, the reason I wanted to use stone is because obviously with the fire, it was probably not a good plan to be going with anything other than that, for the purposes of the fact that we have got a lot of fire, especially around this bit with the cauldrons. Right, so one, two, and then you around the top. Let's put a load of that in now. That's where we've got a bit of an issue, isn't it? In so much as we already have some wall there. But I guess we can just replace it, can't we? But that is going to be going into our... That's our field there, isn't it? So we may have to make a couple of changes to our field. But let's get, for the moment, the rest of this down and see what we think. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Right, we're out of that one. Okay, so that is what we have so far. So it does need to be high, but I did kind of still want to leave this part as open. So actually, let's take that down. So all we may have to do is actually just make our field, like our tree farm, a little bit smaller. I think that's doable. And then we'll say have these blocks around here. Because what I don't know is with the altar being on the outside. Oops. Can you give me back my torch? Thank you. Yeah, with the altar being on the outside. Ooh, lost that one as well. Whether that is going to end up making this a bit wrong. Whether actually that's going to block the power to it. It hopefully won't. It's not showing it hasn't got any power, so hopefully that will work. Let's stick you in there. Let's grab another stack of you. Yeah, we're going to have the same problem here, aren't we? In so much as we have a tree farm. Which is lower than we really want it to be. Crap. I'll get back collect you in a second. Right, has that blocked it? No, so it's about proximity then. That's good. Grab you back. So that we want open. These chests will probably have to be moved by the looks of things. Because this is going to be... So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. There. I kind of want to leave that again a bit open. Wonder whether that would look better actually with the doorway framed in this stuff. Oh. Okay. What do we think? Better? Better, yeah. I think that kind of breaks it up a little bit, but we'll have the altar out here because it's taking energy from the grass, but it may also need to take energy from the stuff surrounding it. Hence why I kind of want to leave it a bit open. There. I should put you there, on there, on there, and the same on the other side. Because we've obviously now lost torches from in here. How many did I set that into? Actually, that wants to go there. There we go. 2, 1, 2. What do we think? Do we like it? This is the question. Let's just light this up here. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. I kind of think I need to change that as well. Have this all the same. Oh crap. Bucket that up. Just put that back right, shall we? Refill you. You still open because you're under there. Let's just change that one. That one and that one. Now we have actually got, haven't we, a fence behind there. Just saw that fence post. There we go. What do we reckon? I reckon I quite like that. Definitely going to have to do something with that, because I do think I am going to need to move it so it is raised up one level, but that's not the end of the world. It does also, in fact actually 2 levels. So if I want to put a roof on this, how many more of those have we got? We are out, aren't we? Out of those ones we've got 32 of those, so why don't we carry on putting these in while we have them. But yeah, it's a bit different. It's a shame that we couldn't dye it, because to have that sort of cyan I think would look brilliant. Oh, lost you as well. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think, why don't we break this lot down? Or stick them in there as examples anyway, can't we? Just put them into our stone chest. There we go. One, two, three. So that is coming along rather nicely. Now, have I got in there? Have I got another one of these ones? I don't think so. Doesn't like it. Oh well, never mind. Just dot some more torches in here. Leave 2, put 1 in, leave 2, put 1 in, and 2, put 1 in, 2, put 1 in. There we go. So yeah, that kind of, it has enclosed it. We're going to have to decide on what we want to do with the roof. Again, need to change this a bit, so we'll have to have a think about how we're going to do that, but I will continue to enclose this in, yeah, and decide what I'm going to do with that as